Hello everybody. So today I'm making a video about experience or dream or whatever you want to call it. Premonition. I don't know what it was, but I'm gonna make a video about it because I've been telling this story to a lot of people now since I've had this vision around 3 months ago, and it's not gonna come off right at all. If some random person would tell me what I'm about to tell you guys, the whole internet pretty much, I'd probably look at them like you need to be institutionalized, like you have a problem. You're hearing you got some substance abuse problems, something, bro. But I never thought the form of a message from God would come in the shape of something like that. In fact, I was a non-believer of God or religion or any of that stuff for the first 25 years of my life. I'm 25 right now. I'll be 26 this year. And I feel really naive and dumb for not being open-minded and listening and being patient enough to listen and calculate, make my comments at the end. People always want to just assume they have the answers. Like, oh, I know. Everyone wants to be right about everything. You see it all over the internet. A debate comes up about viruses. All of a sudden, everyone's fucking masters in virology. Where there's stock market boom, all of a sudden, everyone knows everything about the stock market. I'm not trying to come off like that or nothing. I'm not trying to say that I'm better or more knowledgeable or if I was chosen or none of that bullshit. I'm the same as you guys. Pretty sure 90% of you are smarter, more religious than I am. I don't know how to put it. Fact of the matter is, this is how the story goes. I had this vision that about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was on the west side of Hanford, on the south side of 198. So like Circle K area. It had to be around 4 p.m. in the afternoon when this event took place. And pretty much it was me, my cousin, his wife, and his 1.5-year-old son, 2-year-old son. We're chilling at his house, and his brother-in-law was there too. And we're playing video games and smoking pot, just being regular Joes, not trying to get, ridiculously under the influence. Just people regularly, enjoying themselves and just being recreational in the comfort of their home. Responsible. So we're chilling, and all of a sudden we hear a siren, like coming from the Lemoore area. It sounded like a nuclear siren, like, that fucking nuclear sound you hear on movies and shit. We were hearing that, and all of a sudden the internet to the game cut off. This is a dream, by the way. I had this dream when I was awake, so this is what really messes me up, because I snapped into this like daydream, and I was like literally screaming during this whole experience, like not screaming, but like yelling out, like, too much data, from what my cousin was telling me. He kept trying to shake me, bring me out of it, and he was like saying the only thing I could spit out is too much data. So, anyways, going along with the vision, we hearing that, and then the dogs barking all over the neighborhood, all over the vicinity, just going haywire. The dogs are just fucking nonstop. Hella police sirens, and just all of a sudden, dude, you just like all the signals, all the electricity components, like the radio, phones, internet, cut out, and we start feeling like kind of like dizzy or lightheaded and confused. It was really weird. You're losing your train of thought like every 15 to 30 seconds. It's hard to describe what was going on because you got this sensation that you were losing your ability to remember what you were just thinking about. Like every 30 seconds is like automatically everyone was fucking given parking or not dementia or something. It was strange. So all of a sudden, all of us start feeling this crushing headache and this feeling of confusion. and you know, like, you're getting suspicious about what's going on, and you're like, is there a gas leak? Why do I feel weird like this? Me and my cousin are looking at each other, and we can tell just by the facial expressions, like, yeah, you feel weird too. And then boom, lose our train of thought. And then, oh wow, what were we thinking about? And so on, so on. We kept feeling that over, and just kept like questioning, like, I don't taste or smell gas. Like, let's go outside. Like, see what the fuck's going on. I hear all kinds of dogs barking and sirens. I feel weird. It's fucked up. Like, I feel weird. And so we go outside, and there's a chain link fence between his house and the person to the next door to the right. And all of us are just feeling hardcore headache and like confused and imbalanced and shit. It's weird. Dogs barking, fucking cops, sirens, just this whole vision is fucking clear as day. And all these just sounds and visions and just feelings of just nauseation, just the crushing headache and shit. It was surreal how vivid it was while I was awake. This wasn't me being asleep and having a dream. This is a fucking daydream. And anyways, I'm walking towards the neighbor's house, the fence, his fences. He's stumbling in his front yard with a bloody nose. And then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, wow, there's something really going on. Like, it's not a gas leak in the house. There's something fucking going on. You see all kinds of cars driving all berserk and cops and sirens and hella dogs barking. People are screaming, kids, parents, and babies just fucking. You could obviously hear all in your area a lot of discomfort and agitation, fucked up sounds. And anyways, it just intensified over the course of like 90 minutes, all those things I just described. And then boom, for some reason, I was the first person that hit the floor. And while me and my cousin, all of us would get back in the house, still feeling all that shit. And he's playing with the radio for a long ass time, trying to get signal, no fucking signal. And we're all stumbling around, all hella sweaty, hella fucking sweaty, all of us. And just crying, fucking snot, or bloody noses, or crushing headaches. It was the strangest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was scary as fuck. I've never been so scared in my life. Swear to God. And anyways, dude, I collapsed to the floor and fucking I see my cousin and his wife standing over me. I can't talk. I'm like in a state of paralysis. And I'm like saying, is he dead? And in my mind, I'm like, no, I'm fucking here, guys. Like, I'm not dead. But I can't say anything. I can't move. I can't talk. But I can hear and see what the fuck they're saying about me standing right over me right after I collapsed. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Mind you, all the sounds in my background make it that much fucking worse. And then one by one, I start seeing her holding the baby, and she fucking collapses, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he grabs the baby, he's trying to hold her, pick her up, and she can't move either, like me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm crying, screaming out for my daughter's name. I'm freaking the fuck out. And then he collapses. He can't even hold on to them anymore. I just see everyone in my field of view while I'm on the floor collapse one by one. Boom, boom. I'm like hearing all the dogs barking, cop sirens in the background. Everything's getting double vision and worse and worse. And we're all sweaty and fucking bloody noses. Can't move. It's just the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen. And then I came out of this. Boom. And then he's standing right in front of me in real life. And I'm like awake now, and he's like, bro, he's all teary-eyed. He's like, what the fuck did you see? He got this notepad. He's like, I was writing all kinds of shit down that you were saying. And ever since then, I've been doing so much research about dreams and what's going on in the world right now, because I have so much free time. And what I felt my dream was I found a weird parallel to a linemen that work on antennas and radio wave signals and stuff like that on the towers, and they say a lot of the side effects that I was saying about I was saying a more amplified level of what they're feeling when they do that type of work in that industry. And I see a lot of concern about this 5G. So I started reading more about 5G and COVID-19, and I realized that these are two components that are simultaneously being orchestrated together. And my face is on this video. There's no hiding. I'm gonna post it to my profile anyway. What I'm saying could put me in a lot of danger with my family. And I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna get ridiculed by my community. Everyone's gonna look at me like I'm fucking nuts. Like I'll take a drug test, psych test, whatever the fuck. Lie detector. But doing the amount of research I did, it made me realize that I was delivered a message from an entity, and there's no other entity I could think of that has that power than on a master architect, a creator, a god. And for a long time I was a non-believer, and I thought I had all the answers, and I was fucking wrong for a long time. So I can admit to that. And you're trying to figure out, well, how are you gonna full circle this to coming into belief with God, premonition of everyone dying and shit? Well, everything that's happening in the world right now refers to my dream, and it also, unfortunately, is in Revelations, and that scares me because I've never known the Bible. So the fact that I saw this, that has a lot to do with the Bible, and it keeps going back to it, all the science and reading and research that I do points towards revelations in the Bible, has made me do a lot more to commit and change my lifestyle and be open-minded and spread awareness to people. Because for a long time I thought it was fairy tale horseshit. Not gonna lie, I was one of those. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have the best time of my life, and when I die, I die. That's how the fuck I thought for a long time. And I was naive because I was more willing to entertain myself than sit down and learn, listen, be patient. People would rather spend their time entertained than learning, working hard. That's just naturally in our DNA. That. Get it. I get it. I fucked off a lot of my life. And, you know, I'm very fortunate to have the opportunities and the blessings I have in my life right now. But, fact of the matter is, this message, let me conclude it, is, we're gonna be giving messages and signals, and it's up to you to have the open-mindedness and the gut instinct to listen and pay attention. And that's what I'm doing right now. I feel like it would be utterly irresponsible and cowardly for me to not carry on this mission statement that I feel was delivered from a higher power. I know it may not sound right in the ears of many, and I'm gonna be looked at kind of crazy, but ultimately I need to do what I think is right, even if it puts myself in danger. Because I feel like we're all very spiritually under attack right now. I feel like this coronavirus is not as bad as it seems. If you take care of your diet, your nutrition, exercise properly, you're not old with underlying health conditions, and you just diet and nutrition and exercise properly, you're gonna be fine. If you stand in the sunlight for long periods of time, you can kill the virus like that, and not just spraying everything with Clorox and shit. So there's also a lot of recognition I give to people who are independently broadcasting themselves and putting their lives on the line. I find them way more credible than the mainstream people that like to try and influence the masses. People like to be like, oh, the news says this, the news says this. Oh, I don't believe the news. But you're just saying the news says this, the news says this. But then when I tell you about, oh, YouTube, these guys, I mean, you know, nurses, you know, talking directly from the front lines. That's just no one. Well, that no one is on the front lines, and I'm pretty sure they're more honest than the media, than the rich. The rich don't give a fuck about you guys. Okay? Let me repeat that. Because a lot of people, that makes sense to people sometimes. They don't give a fuck about us. Okay? Currency is a tactic to keep the sheep in the corral. We need to get rid of currency and create free trade. We need to independently learn trades. People will be happier. People won't feel fucking sexualized or like discriminated because of their sexuality or their gender or whatever the fuck. It'd be about the quality of your work that determines the quality of your life. Currency would eliminate so much bullshit disconnectivity between us as well as technology. The whole reason they want the coronavirus and the 5G to kickstart at the same time as coronavirus will strike fear into the public, which will push the agenda of disconnecting our social circles, making us even not want to get together with our families in abundance and unite together. When you disrupt unity, they'll be easier to conquer. Will be easier to conquer if our unity is disrupted. We need to be together now more than ever. Do you understand? That is more important now than ever. Another thing is, with the Kickstarter 5G, is helping this autonomous artificial intelligence boost the fucking system of facial recognition, behavioral data tracking, or just our posture, not just the symmetry of our face and our body structure, but our posture, the way we walk, all our gestures will be fucking analyzed to the T just by all the simultaneous and instantaneous connectivity of all the technological things through the 5th generation network. The reason why social distancing of 6 feet needs to work is because that operating system cannot work properly if we're not away from each other at least 6 feet. Okay? Another thing is, the funny thing that I found out about this is, like the United States, the CDC headquarters in the United States is in Atlanta, Georgia. The CDC headquarters in China is in Wuhan, which just so happened to be the epicenter of the outbreak, which just so happens to be the first ever major metropolitan city in the world to kickstart 5G in October 2019, the same month and year the virus broke out. So, I mean, I just gotta ask you guys, like, am I making this stuff up? Or can you go read it yourselves and prove me wrong? God bless.